Okay, so I'd like to talk about what we went over with your kids last Sunday. As you know, all of October we've been talking about being content, which I'm hoping is a good message for your kids, considering I'm a parent too, and man, I wish my kids were content. But anyway, we talked about Moses, and more importantly, the Israelites under Moses' leadership, how they had been put in slavery. But yet God released them from slavery through the leadership of Moses, and you would think that they would be content. But the first thing that these guys do when they get into the desert is they start whining about being thirsty. So what does God do? He provides them some water. Again, they should be content. But what do? They start complaining about how the water's bitter. So God does some things, miraculously makes the water, good to drink. Well, of course, then they're hungry. They're whining again. No contentment, nothing but whining. So God provides them manna, and even in providing manna, people were saving the manna for later, not trusting that God would provide. I mean, He'd already led them out of slavery, miraculously provided both water and food, and they're still not trusting Him. They're still not content. They're still kind of whining and complaining. So the next thing, of course, is God gives them quail. So they've got this honey wafer like manna. They've got this quail. They've got clean water. But of course, as they're roaming in the desert, they're nothing but whiners and complainers. And that's the lesson that we taught your kids. But what I want to kind of think about for us adults for just a moment is kind of more of a question: Are we content in our seasons? I know that I worry about things too. I worry about money. I worry about vocation, and I have stresses and things that I worry about. And the problem with that is that I'm not trusting God. And are you struggling with some of the same things? When God leads you in a good direction and helps you and provides for you, are you complaining and thinking, man, this isn't enough? What's next? Or when God has helped you out in your life, but you run across a bump in the road, are you at the point where you're losing faith completely and crying out to God saying, where are you? Or do you have a little bit of patience because you're content? So that's the point, guys, is are we like the Israelites? Are we, whining and complaining after gift, after blessing, after gift? Or are we more mature, and are we being thankful, and are we being content even when times get tough, because we appreciate what God has already given us and we have faith in what God's going to do with us? So again, are you content, parents? So hopefully you can use this and have a conversation with your kids and talk about being content, and maybe bring it home. Not just talk about what they learned, but talk about how you are finding ways to be content, or how you've had problems being content. So grab your kids, talk to your kids about contentment, and use the story of the Israelites and Moses, like we talked about on Sunday, to drive home this message. Anyway, thanks. Love you. Bye.